Privileged communications is a favorite topic for many because it deals with the sanctity of secrets. Dito sa Pilipinas, privileged communications are governed by Section 24 of Rule 130 of the Revised Rules on Evidence. Ang tinutukoy nito ay specific relationships where the law values the confidentiality of the bond more than the search for truth. Under the 2019 amendments of the Revised Rules on Evidence, na-update yung rules on privileged communications, particularly the physician-patient privilege, which is now broader. Welcome to another episode of Easy Law Online. Ito ay si Attorney Chato Alivas. In this video, ang pag-uusapan natin ay ang privileged communications. Can your spouse be forced to testify against you? Pwede bang pilitin ang iyong asawa na magtestigo laban sa iyo? Can your doctor tell the court about your private medical conditions? Pwede bang pilitin ang doktor na sabihin sa korte tungkol sa private medical situation mo? Usually, the answer is no. These are called privileged communications. The law recognizes that for certain relationships to work, like marriage, lawyering, or medicine, there must be absolute trust. So, ang basis ng privileged communication na to is trust. Today, we're looking at the 5 big secrets the law refuses to hear. Unang-una, marital privilege. Tawagin natin tong the spousal secret. This applies during the marriage. Neither spouse can be examined as to any communication received in confidence, except in civil cases filed by one against the other, or criminal cases for crimes committed against each other, or descendants or ascendants. So ang pinakaunang-unang privilege is marital privilege. To preserve the peace of the family, sabi ng batas, a husband or wife cannot be forced to testify about confidential things they shared during the marriage. At ang privilege na to, it will last even after the marriage for things shared while they were married. Kaya lang, kung ang isang tao ay hinahabla ang asawa for support, or if the spouse committed a crime against the other, or against their child, the peace of the family is already gone, so the privilege is also gone. Number 2, attorney-client privilege. Ang pinoprotekta nito ay communications made in the course of professional employment. Sakop nito pati yung sekretarya, mga stenographer at clerk ng attorney. And the purpose of this is to encourage full disclosure for a proper defense. The attorney-client privilege is the most famous. A lawyer cannot testify about what a client told them for the purpose of getting legal advice. So secret ang sinasabi ng client sa abogado kapag humihingi ng legal advice. This privilege will not apply if a client tells the lawyer where he hid the stolen money to keep it safe. That will not be protected. Number 3, physician-patient privilege, the 2019 update. This provision was broadened in 2019. Now, this includes psychotherapists and practitioners of medicine. And this applies in civil cases only. It protects information used to treat or diagnose the patient, which would blacken the patient's reputation. In civil cases, a doctor or psychotherapist cannot be examined regarding information they gathered while treating a patient. The 2019 amendments explicitly added psychotherapists to this rule. Crucially, this privilege generally applies only in civil suits. In criminal cases, the state's interest in prosecuting a crime usually outweighs this medical privacy. Number 4, priest penitent, and number 5, public officers. So, priest penitent refers to confessions made in the course of discipline enjoined by the church. And as for public officers, this refers to communications made in official confidence when public interest would suffer by the disclosure. So, pagdating sa priest and penitent, a priest or minister cannot be forced to reveal a confession made to them in their professional character. As for public officers' privilege, if a government official receives information in official confidence, like matters of national security or sensitive diplomatic talks, and revealing it would harm the public interest, the court will protect that secret. So in summary, pwede ba tong i-waive? Yes. Sinong pwedeng mag-waive ng privilege? Sa marital privilege, either spouse can waive. Sa attorney-client, only the client can waive. Sa physician-patient, the patient can waive. Priest and penitent, it is the penitent. And public officer, the state can waive. So the privilege belongs to the source, the client, the patient, the spouse. If the client wants to talk, the lawyer cannot stop him. But if the client stays silent, the lawyer must stay silent. These rules aren't meant to hide the truth. They are meant to protect the relationships that make our society function. That's a wrap on the 5 major privilege communications. In our next video, we'll talk about the parental and filial privilege, why you cannot be forced to testify against your parents or children. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Meanwhile, I'd like to share my favorite Bible verse, Micah chapter 6 verse 8. Do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with God. This is Attorney Chato Olivas of Easy Law Online, making the law easier to understand. God bless you.